We're live now. It should be right. Whoa, zooming out. All right, I'm gonna. Oh, we lost you again. Guys, we are having technical difficulties like crazy. I think the stream is now live. I think everyone's on. I'm seeing an ad on my thing. So maybe when that ad's finished playing, people will be back. Hey, I see us. And my background removal's working. I look a little skippy, but I'm not going to complain. Wow, that was fun. Mid-sentence, and I'm like, I'm frozen. I just see myself, my whole screen. Mouse is not responding. My luck. That's what happens. All right. So hopefully my whole comment about saying the wrong Star Wars spaceship did not make it onto that stream, because that was embarrassing. All right. Well, since we're now going and it doesn't look like people have made it back into the stream, embarrassing. Can't believe my computer crashed. However, I am in the process of rebuilding my machine. Or I'm building my new main machine. Once I do that, ooh, wow. I'm sorry, John, I just stretched you. Let me change those way that works.
Whoa.
I was editing the transform and it is set to stretch instead of scale. All right, there we go. Now you're not stretched funny. You're welcome.
Thank you.
And I could have just squeezed it in a little bit. All right, instead. There we go. Sizes are right. People are coming back. People are back. All right. We can talk now. So, aside from those awesome technical difficulties of my computer crashing on me, we were just about to announce something really fun we've been working on. I was just setting up the stage. That's probably why. It's just too epic. We couldn't handle announcing it in the first go, so we had to restart to do this again. So, the number one requested feature for Xamarin stuff, especially Xamarin Forms, is this single look and feel type thing. And right now, a lot of people take to Skia to do that. And they just jump into Skia and they write these Skia drawing APIs. And every time there's a new Skia version, have you noticed that your Skia code doesn't work anymore? It changes. The Skia library under the hood changes. Google has no problem changing that API. They do it all the time. And that's one of the reasons why we tend to lag behind a little bit on even doing the new bindings, just because it's fun. It's really fun. So John is really good at drawing code. He's the best. So he's been working on this library for a long time now and we've just renamed it to System.Graphics. The idea behind this library, it's really exciting because before, if you had the Skia stuff, you could write towards the Skia API, but now you can use this one unified API to write against. And you get to choose if you want to use Skia or not, even though you don't even use the Skia API. And maybe we can jump over into some screen sharing stuff. And we can show a few things off. I'm going to go to your screen. Does that work, John?
That works for me.
Except your screen's not working. Are you sharing? You did not start resharing since our stuff crashed. We'll see John's screen in a second. But the idea is, we're going to give you a simple and amazing, better than Skia API that you can write for drawing. It's this new drawing layer. And on iOS, by default, you're not going to bring in any weight. You're just going to use our very slim graphics library. And under the hood, it's going to draw with core graphics. Same thing on Mac. And on Android, it will use the Android graphic system as well. Now, you can opt into Skia, and I would totally do that if you're doing Android, because the Android graphics are just slow. But you don't have to bring on that extra weight if you don't want to. And of course, on Windows, we give you what? DirectX, and what's the other one?
It's SharpDX.
SharpDX.
So you can use Direct2D. Or on UWP, you have choice between SharpDX or Win2D. And then also
you're getting an echo? Oh, okay, I can fix that. It is. Nope, it's on my end. When you started sharing your screen, it added your audio for your stream, or your camera and your screen as the same one. So I fixed that.
Yeah. So so I'm going to try to re-say what I was saying then, so maybe people can hear me. So on WPF, you can do SharpDX to get Direct2D. You can also go back and use GDI and use that also works on WinForms. And then on UWP, you can do Win2D or SharpDX.
And you also still can do Skia. So it's nice to not need all this extra weight. Skia is not a small library, but it's nice.
Yeah, and I guess there's also the really weird esoteric edge case of you can even target XAML shapes.
You can target, what was that again?
XAML. So it'll
Oh,
also,
okay.
so if you want to put it inside of an existing XAML control, like to say an icon or something, you can actually do that too.
That's super awesome. So I've been playing with this API a little bit, and I have a branch I haven't pushed up to Comet where I've been changing over the Comet to allow this to work as well. Hey, Just Poswick, welcome. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, I gotta stream more. Hopefully during this vacation I'll find more time. I've been slacking and snowboarding and all kinds of stuff like that instead. What can I say?
Must be
Vacationing.
nice to be on vacation.
Yes, yes. I'm on vacation till the end of the year. Okay, so yes, paths are great. Yes, it does SVGs. That's a great point of SVGs. It does have SVG loading in here. So, all right. Do you want to walk us through some stuff then, John? I'm going to do Stream Helper and do our topic.
Well, either we could we could walk through some stuff, or we can go and actually add some stuff. What would people rather do?
I'm guessing probably a short overview might be better before we add some stuff. We've been redoing the architecture as well to make it very .NET 6-ish.
Yep. So let's go ahead and start inside of the System.Graphics project. So you will notice, so we've got the core abstractions here at the, so iCanvas, iDrawable, iFont. So in addition to abstracting the Canvas API, you also get a cross-platform font API as well. And then you'll see, so this uses the new project styles. So within one project, we've got the code for Android. So you've got an implementation off of just normal Xamarin Android graphics API. We've got iOS and Mac, which are really mostly shared code on top of core graphics. And then there's also in here, which is usable inside and outside of the library as well, an abstraction for attributed text so that you can do sort of NS attributed text in a cross-platform way. And then one of the cool things also built in here is Markdown support. So you can do Markdown to attributed text conversion on the fly. So right now I've got my project set to graphics-tester.mac, and let's go ahead and let's run that guy. And I'm probably going to have to share a slightly different screen.
Anything you share should auto go up there. If I need to resize or rescale, we can do that. So while he's doing that, there's a couple things that are really, really exciting about doing this. One of the things I mentioned was we're gonna have this like really slim layer, and then you can then run that anywhere. But I start looking this with sorry, where's I just lost my train of thought. One of the things that I want to do with this, and I did the stream a while ago. Hey, that's showing up. Let me remove that. I did the stream a while ago when I was talking about the new generated UI from like Ski or Figma to Skia. And the nice thing was it was really cool and it works, but we had to bring in all the Figma or all the Skia weight. Now being able to do this in using core graphics and the way the core graphics draws, there's some really cool things we can do with this. We can even layer with native controls really, really, really easily. Let me move you over. Easier to do when I'm not talking.
Yep. So if we go through this sample project, it actually gives you an idea of sort of, what all is covered within the cross-platform graphics canvas API. So of course, lines, stroke dash patterns, scaling lines works, drawing rectangles, drawing ovals, rounded rects, cross-platform arcs is in here. So one of the things, those of you who've done cross-platform graphics may notice that, some of the graphics primitives like arcs, how they're actually represented in different platforms is different. So this gives you sort of a normalized view of how to do those arcs on every single platform. Just a couple different scenarios to test different things. Path support is there. Drawing images, drawing just text at a point, make sure rotation works, make sure I can draw text inside of rectangles and clip it with the different orientations. So without overflow, with overflow, draw text and rect, just understand the bounds, short text, vertically centered text versus horizontally centered. This is drawing markdown. So we just take some markdown and draw it. Billing, of course, is there. This one, just kind of a whole bunch of everything. Just more transforms, line joins, of course. You pattern fills. You've got gradient fills, clipping, shadows. So it's pretty.
Yes, the shadows is really nice. It's so easy to add a shadow on this stuff.
Yep.
Add shadows. So just pause. With that, there's a couple things that we can do with this. So if you're doing things with Skia, it'd be really hard to say override the draw and inject in a draw layer or like a text entry. So a couple things that makes really nice is if you're trying to build a toolkit that works, that looks the same on every platform, but then interacts the way the platform should. So like text entries, I get a great example. If I have a text entry on iOS, I expect when I press and hold on the space bar, I can now swipe left and right to move between the lines, right? Or move between the characters. I should be able to do that. Implementing all this behavior is really hard. And what we can do with this is having this one same graphics layer that will still use the native drawing layer, same graphic API that will under the hood use the native drawing API. I can override if I'm building this entry, I can override and actually let the OS deal with doing all of its handling of the text and the cursor and things like that. Or maybe I even draw the cursor, but I let them tell me how and where to do that. And then I can draw a layer below it and I can draw a layer on top of it without injecting in extra views. So it's still one view, but I can do some fancy drawing over the top or things like that, which is really exciting.
Yeah, I've been doing this pattern in my apps for a long time in that I want text edit controls or maybe stepper controls to look the same between different platforms, be either like between iOS and Android or maybe Mac and WPF. And I write my drawing code
Hey, thanks
once
for the follow.
and I share it.
Yes, it makes it to where we can do lots of really cool things like that. So all of that will still work and it will look the same cross-platform. If you're using the native drawing APIs, everything will look identical until you start getting to text. Text kerning and anti-aliasing and things like that are slightly different, but it'll be close enough to where you'll be fine with it because they're going to look different on any phones anyway, just due to dimensions, sizes, resolution, things like that, and pixel density. So there's always going to be slight differences anyway around that. So, and if you want to, you can always opt into pure Skia. I want it all Skia because I want everything identical, including text. However, I'm 90% sure no one's going to care. Now, I'm going to use Skia on Android because the Android drawing's slow, but on the other platforms, I'm probably going to stick with the native. And this allows us to, as we build these things out, we can also then draw them in the web, things like that. So this really opens up the door for us to doing some more cross-platform controls that look and feel the same, or at least look the same. We get to choose if they feel the same. If you're doing Skia, they'll feel the same. So, and way less work, which is exciting because yeah, if we can start doing some of these hybrid controls for some of the tricky ones that need to be that way, and if we're going that route, it's already designed. That's so funny when you switch what you're sharing, how it does this. And the nice thing about that, no, it's totally fine. The nice thing about that is depending on, actually, I bet I can tell this to stay there and do the same thing I did with your face, but I'm not going to make it stretch again. I bet I can go into the transform on it. OBS time, guys. OBS. All right, so we're going to do scale to outer bound. Oh, whoa. Scale to inner bounds. That's the one I wanted. And then let's stretch this back out. And it will be pretty. So pretty. All right, perfect. There we go. So yeah, it's really opened up the door for a lot of really cool things. And if we
Yeah.
start pairing this with what we were doing before with Comet, where we were doing the Comet, I have that branch that takes Figma and exports them from Figma Sharp, exports them into Skia. I'm in the process of changing that to where it now exports them to System.Graphics. So when we export that, it'll do all these controls that all the code is generated. It automatically animates because that's just the way animations work in Comet. It just magically animates it for us. It'll even animate that drawing code. So in the Comet branch, once I get that finished, switching over to System.Graphics, we'll be able to generate controls directly from Figma, do a little bit of code to make them work, and then I can export the material ones. I can then go export the fabric ones, export whatever, and we can switch the way it looks and feels just by toggling which drawing it's using. And it's just going to be one common layer, which is going to be awesome. All right.
Yeah, and again, it should work everywhere. So, well, in here you'll see that we do have an early implementation of what would this look like using Blazor rendering to a HTML canvas. But my hope is that at some point we actually get Blazor with Skia working, and that we can actually use Skia as well in the web. So we can get same graphics API going graphics pretty much everywhere, web, mobile, and desktop.
Yes, that is going to be awesome. I'm excited for it. So, any questions about what you guys seen so far?
Yeah, and maybe one thing to mention as well, there's a few other small use cases which this could be used for. The library also supports creating bitmaps and PDFs, so you can draw to PDFs using the same API on every platform, and also do bitmaps, where you could also use this in ASP.NET Core web app. And so my original version of this that I branched to create this, I do this quite a bit for creating images and PDFs in ASP.NET Core. So it's pretty handy to have the same API everywhere.
Yes, that is awesome. I'm really excited to use this more. So, if there's no questions, I think we're going to work on some of the library stuff today. We've been doing some re-architecture, just reorganizing things, and there's a couple more things I know we need to do before we can get this into proper shape. We're missing a couple of the native render views. The native render code's there, but like in the forms layer, we need to do, there's no Android render. There's only an iOS. So there's a little bit of work we need to do to fill this thing out. So as we work on this, is there anything you guys want us to work on? Anything you guys want to see? I think we had a small list of things. I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, what I was
Check our
thinking
chat
about
log.
doing is we've got this graphics sets for Skia.Mac project that doesn't actually use Skia, and so I was going to start adding Skia support into it.
Let's do that. Is there something I should work on in tandem?
I guess you could go and start work on creating the Skia project we should actually put
Okay.
the code into.
Yeah.
Because I was going to just start adding the Skia graphics view right into the
Skia
the
pro.
project to get it started, but then eventually we got to
Okay.
move this into one of the new framework style projects.
Definitely. It'll need to be moved over. Okay. So are you working on the main branch then? No?
I am in the main branch, and
Okay.
the main branch has been updated with
Perfect.
your cleanup branch.
All right. So I'm going to switch over to the main branch. I'm going to fork here. I wonder if we can do another screen, which is both of us.
Let's try that.
Let's try that. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to, ooh, I did not mean to switch to my screen. Hello. Fancy animations though. I'm glad I added animations in here. All right, so you're going to watch me do some fancy OBS stuff right here live. Whoa. Sorry, we're not starting soon. Making scenes live is fun. All right, so let's add in one more screen. Let's add in caption. Something like that. There it is. All right, we're going to add in my Elgato. And we're going to just trim this in a little bit. All right, get out. Let's make me smaller. Hopefully, if this doesn't work because the text is too small, yell at us. We'll change it up. but it should be good. And then we're going to move John over above himself. This is kind of fun. Only we had squads. Only we had the squad stuff from, yeah. How to do this. I'm going to make myself transparent and then put myself over here. This is going. It's going. We're going to unpin that. And your stuff's more important. So I'm going to bring you on top. I'm just going to be working on the solution tree. So I'll actually move my stuff over because mine's going to be all solution stuff. All right. Perfect. And I hit myself like it should be. Okay, how did I hide myself? Yeah, John, do you want to bump your font? I'm going to be bumping mine again because I just shrunk my screen down. All right, so we'll bump our fonts. We might want to ditch our solutions or make it to where it's not, to where it auto hides. And how'd I lose myself? I'm gone, guys. That's so funny. My camera, let me switch. Yeah, my camera is just like missing. Oh, I see why. I see why. All right, there we go. I'm back. Let's make me hidden. All right, I'm invisible. Just like that, my background is. All right, so John's working on that view. I'm going to go through and we're going to re-architect this a little bit. So right now, I want to do this the whole .NET 6 style, right? The .NET 6 style is the really exciting stuff to where you have like one project and it exports to everything, right? Well, unfortunately, those bits aren't out yet. There is a couple things in the public where you can do some weird previews and kind of get it to work, but luckily for a long time now, Claire Novotny did this project a long time ago, MS Build SDK Extras. If you're not using it, you're missing out. You get all the .NET 6 stuff now. So, and we've had it since before .NET 5. So open source stuff, that's where we get all the good ideas. And I've already converted a couple of these projects to this. You'll know System.Graphics has an Android, iOS, Mac iOS, all these, right? Now, depending on what we're building, if I open up a shared file, just to show how this works, if I open up this file, I now have a little drop down here, which is really hard to see because of our screen stuff. So I'll just zoom in for a second. Get it there. All right. So I can now switch between .NET Standard 2.1, Mac, Android, iOS, .NET Standard 2. I get to pick what these outputs are going to be. And as I switch, it's going to compile it differently. Or if I tell it to NuGet pack, it's going to build them all and put them all in a NuGet package, all in their own proper target folder. Really exciting. And also, we have some little fancy things in here. So if you look at my solution, I have an Android folder, iOS, Mac, Mac iOS. And you can also do UWP, Windows, and things like that. I can't remember the exact moniker for the folder we put there, but it will automatically add or remove all the files inside of there. And if you don't even want to do it to that level, you can do like color.ios.cs. And now it knows that color file is only for color for iOS. Yes, this multi-targeting is awesome. I highly recommend you use it. So I'm going to work on doing that with our Skia library. I'm going to convert our Skia library, this one right here, to be that. Now, if we go here, we'll notice this is just a crappy old CS project. There's nothing going on in here, right? All right. So what we're going to do is if I jump over to this one, and actually, I always forget you can properly edit these things directly inside of your IDE. Edit project file. Let's go grab the System.Graphics one. And like I said, John is building some Skia canvas views. And so I'm just getting this project set up for him. Now there's one thing you always need to do. There's a global.json. This puppy needs copied around. Oh, I don't have my key caster. Let's turn that on. All right. So sure, check for updates. Just don't update right now. All right. So now that I've copied that, I can go into our system.graphics.skia.core, and we're going to rename this thing because it doesn't need to be core anymore because it's the only library. All right, we'll do that in a minute though. Let's get things changed before we change files. So now that I've added that there, we can come and grab all of this. Come on, you can do it. I'll grab that and I'm going to bring that and bring it over to here. And we're going to ditch this top.NET Standard 2.1 because it's not that anymore. It's now everything. Now there's one other thing I'm going to do. In order to do that magic adding and remove files, you can do all this fancy stuff, but we have a target. And this target, if we bring this in, will automatically, does that go inside of a property? No, it just goes. All right, so if we add this in here, it will like magic work. Should be done now. That should be all I had to do. And now our system.graphics.skia.core, I might need to restart because of me restoring or changing completely stuff. I can see if I can get it to restore the Nuges. If it restores, I might not have to. If not, I might be restarting or closing the solution, reopening it. No, it's freaking out. Just can't do it, Captain. All right, we're going to try closing it. Just unload and reload it. Maybe it'll work. All right, rebuild.
And as I do this, I keep on noticing things that I need to clean up out of here that have no applicability in this library.
Hey, welcome, Alex. No, we're not working on comment. We are working on System.Graphics. Oh, wow, my topic stuff did it way wrong. Why is the topic -M? Let me see if I can update my topic again, see if that works right. That's so funny. System.Graphics. There we go. And System.Graphics will be used in comment. So what it is it's a new UI layer that lets you, it's like a cross-platform UI layer that can then render to anything we want. All right. Yeah, this thing's freaking out. Let's just close Visual Studio, close the solution. It doesn't shock me. It didn't like that. We just did a lot of stuff. All right, so let's reopen System.Graphics. But what it lets us do is uses a common API to then render to all the native graphics layers as well as Skia or whatever. So you can target whatever you want without bringing the weight of Skia and opt into Skia if you choose. I'm sad. I don't get to work with Alex very much anymore. He left. He worked on other teams. He's working on other teams now, or with another team. All right, so let's see if this will restore and build now. I think it will. And then we should be able to get this nice little fancy pop down.
All right, and I also have Skia working with some issues, but I can show it.
Nice. Alex, aren't you working on code spaces? Some fun stuff like that, though? All right, it's building. It's trying to build. Okay, yes, it's definitely building. Mono's pegging my CPU.
All right, you want to check this out real quick?
Yeah, let's look at what we've got. So this is all Skia now.
This is all Skia. So you'll notice a couple things here. So one, the sizing is all half because Core Graphics is automatically scaling things for Retina since I have on a 2x display. So these are half size. So the first thing we're going to have to do is actually adjust this for the screen scale to scale things up. The other thing that I'm not doing is as I am repainting, I'm not clearing the screens. So we need to repaint, otherwise, because right now it's just painting over. It's like just building one big bitmap.
That's awesome.
But it's pretty cool that in 5 minutes we got to getting this working in Skia.
Yeah. So now we've got Skia going. This is awesome. Yeah, I can definitely. I love that layering. That's amazing. Yes, newborning. I sometimes miss that. They're so sweet when they're little. So sweet. But I don't miss not sleeping. Having a newborn was like the hardest time in my marriage. Every time we had a new kid, because we don't sleep. Neither of us are sleeping. And my wife and I both like our sleep, and we get really cranky when we don't have sleep. So until our kids were sleeping through the night, it was rough going. All right. I think this says it's working now, but it's not showing me fancy stuff yet. And I want to know why. Like, why don't I get that drop down thing? All right. So let's add in something new then. So let's add in a folder. I like this style. New folder. What'd you end up calling that thing? I'll just call it views. All right, so we added that views folder in here. So now we should be able to do a new class, and we'll call this one Skia Graphic. Oh, you called it Skia Graphics View. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
View.ios.cs. So this should work and add an iOS CS one in here, right? And now from here, I should be able to subclass UI view and just do using UI kit. Now, the fact that that's not working means I did something wrong or it didn't restore things properly. Let's try building that, see what happens. Yeah, newborn babies are so sweet, but then they don't sleep. And then I'm not sweet. Build, build, build. Does this work with having both our screens up, guys? I wish it was the whole squad thing that they have, but I'm not partner and probably never will be, because then you can just do like, you can choose which screen you're going to see, which is pretty dang sweet. Hey, that built, even though I'm not getting IntelliSense. So VS Windows, the IDE adds remove tag for new classes. I hate when it does. They all do that stuff. I'm constantly paranoid as I commit my stuff because I hate when it adds all the extra stuff in there. So far, we're pretty good though. But this looks like it's building. It built. Let's go check the output. Just go see what's happening inside this folder. So if I go to the bin folder, debug, it's working because look, we have Xamarin iOS one. I just need to, I'm going to restart the IDE. I think that'll fix it. Restart the IDE. All right. Are you going to restart? What? Are you going to? Please? You can do it. I really wish those new M1 laptops were Pro Series, actual Pro Series, because I'd be so tempted to switch right now to a faster force quit. Okay, we're going to kill that process too. Restarting should get the analyzers up and going. What? I restarted Visual Studio? All right, let's do that. Yeah, so once we get this working, I do want to spend some time working on, like I said, that generation code to where we're getting UI directly from Figma and putting that into here. Hey, UI kit's lit up. It's working. It's working. I like that soundbite. but it's just like so muddled because there's like engines going. Uh-oh, Squeaky found us.
Uh-oh.
Yes. Yes, I made John work. Although actually he made me work. He messaged and said, "Hey, you want to live stream this week?" And I'm on vacation. So he's the one who's being mean and making me work. I'm
So
hating every minute of it.
now in the part of the code where I wrote this so long ago, I remember why I did it, but I don't remember exactly how to deal with it. And so part of the issue here is how Skia and Android handle scaling. So for a lot of things, what Skia will actually do is bitmap scaling. So it'll draw it at 1x, render like a bitmap and scale it up. And so you actually get jaggies. And
Yeah.
so I just went to scale and I'm like, well, scaling doesn't work when I'm the issue is because I actually need to wrap the Skia canvas with a scaling canvas to do some different math. So instead of scaling it up, it just doesn't pre-multiply some of the values. So then we don't get any of the jaggies. So
Okay.
now I need to go in and not use the Skia canvas directly, but use a scaling canvas, which wraps a Skia canvas.
I trust you. I know nothing about that stuff. All right. Android graphics are something I've never learned a whole lot of, unfortunately. All right, let's go back to both of us. I like that. Those animations are fun. It took me a while, and I haven't live streamed enough since I've added all these like fancy transitions in to my stream, but I like it. All right, so I'm going to continue with this before I push it up. I'm going to do all the rename. Let's do that, and then we are going to. Oh, where's my mouse? Is that? Come on, don't give me beach balls. This is hilarious. My little keycaster thing is tiny and in the corner and not viewable. Like it's like microscopic. And now my computer's like freaking out. What is going on? I need a faster computer. I need it. Yeah, there we go. It's getting bigger. And we'll put it right there for now. Make it bigger. Get bigger. Hey, there we go. Why, hello, Amy and baby. Again, once in a while I am jealous of you guys having a baby until I remember the no sleep. I'm happy for you guys. And you guys didn't sleep anyway, right? You guys are used to that. All right. So where were we on here? All right, just rename that. So in order to do this rename, it's going to cause me a couple issues. It always does. So what I need to do is I did that rename in here first, and now I'm going to go rename the folders. And this is where crap breaks out. Let's first commit this. Whoa, why is this doing every key? What in the world? Display only command keys. There we go. I updated this and I haven't live streamed in a while, obviously, because it's freaking out. That's looking better now. All right, we're getting somewhere. All right, so let's commit this stuff.
So you can real quick. I've got scaling working now, so we don't have the background painting fixed, but we're drawing at the right scale.
Nice. All right, so I pushed that.
I will be able to fix that. And then just as a FYI, it's T minus 6 minutes to a one-on-one with my boss. So
who needs that? Who needs that?
right.
He'll be fine. Tell him it's my fault.
You don't work for him anymore.
Exactly. All right, so now we just have to remove all the ski.cores, which should only be the one. Ooh, move to slash. And I'm going to need to do that over in both of these solutions because we have two. One that is just the Mac files, just because that's how I roll. And my computer's dying. All right, so we're going to need to kill it twice here. because this one didn't get the fancy rename. Yeah, now that I don't report to him, you can definitely blame me. All you want. He'd enjoy it. I should ping him. You can't have John. He's busy. All right. So that should let it reload like crazy because I just changed everything. But that should fix it. I was hoping it was going to do those as a move, not as a delete readd. I hate when it does that. All right, so now we have a Skia. I added views, so we can now do Skia graphics view.ios dot whatever, and I'll let John fill out what goes in those. Come on, beach ball. You're killing me. Maybe we'll be nice and add each of them. Ooh, did not mean to do that. Delete. All right, yeah, so we'll add in each of them so that way it's nice and ready for him. And it won't, he probably won't have all the same reloading issues I was having. Dot. Yes. And new class, we'll do. Are you doing separate Mac and iOS ones? I'm guessing, or are you doing an ifdef in there?
I'm just doing a Mac one right now inside the Mac project, and then we'll just recreate it for every platform. But Mac and iOS will be slightly different.
Okay, that's what I was wondering if you wanted like a Mac iOS file or a separate. All right, I had those three. Yeah. That'll be good for now. All right, so added more. All right, so do that, and I'm just pushing right to main because I'm a monster. And you should now have that. So then you should be able to move them over into that file. How long's your one-on-one thing? Will you be rejoining? Should I? Because I can work on some of this.
So half an hour.
We'll see if I'm still streaming then.
Yeah, if you are still streaming, I'll come back.
All right. So while that's going, I'm going to got that in.
And you'll see now I've got one more small issue where I now every time I draw, I don't reset the scaling, but I'm really close.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything now.
Yeah, I quit the app.
Okay. It's funny because it just stays that way. Sweeky wants you to tell Derek hi for her too.
I will do that.
All right. So I've got, what else would you want me working on at this point? You've got nothing. I can jump into the comment stuff I was doing where I was changing comment to work on this.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, let's work on some comment. Nothing gets me more excited.
I'm going to drop, and if you're still here in half an hour, I will be back.
Okay, sounds good.
See everybody.
Right. Good luck. Have fun. Now, is it going to freeze John? The question is, do we just leave John sitting there in spirit the rest of the stream because he is frozen there and it didn't remove him? Oh, that's funny. I'm tempted. I'm tempted to leave John. All right, we'll leave him for a minute because it's funny. He'll like it. All right, so all right, so let's leave him there for a minute and let's start looking over at this. I think this was the branch I was doing it on. No, this doesn't look right. System.Graphics branch. Here we go. All right, so now that we have this System.Graphics library, I was working on adding in No, let me switch solutions. That would be useful. I'm like, why does it all say System.Graphics? I was working on adding them into Comet. So that way Comet can use this as its default drawing layer. And doing this allows us to do some really fun things. We can probably allow you to then just override the draw call for anything, which is pretty dang exciting. So you can just augment existing controls without adding a new drawing view in. But as I was saying, the stuff that really, really excites me is being able to make my Skia controls now draw from the system.graphics stuff. And so I was in here, that's the Skia layer. I think, I haven't changed Comet to the new style yet. Let's do that. It's killing me. All right. But I did add graphics, not that one. I added graphics, and we're going to need to change things. Right now, some of this stuff will match and be in both, and we need to change it so it's only in one because we don't need it in both. So there's going to be some cleanup we have to do there. Also, rectangles. Right now, Comet is using system.drawing. We're going to change it to be system.graphics. System.graphics brings its own colors. Maybe we'll just ditch and switch over because I'm pretty sure the colors are identical because I'm pretty sure that's where that code came from. All right, I'm going to be nice. I'm going to remove John. I just looked over and saw him again. All right. So we'll probably ditch the Comet colors in this effect while we're doing this, and we'll bring those over from his stuff. And like I said, we're going to change the rectangles. So that way we're only using one rectangle, not two. Yeah, just little things like that. All right. I'm going to turn on some music now that I'm not listening to John. I get music. If music will play. Come on, you know you want to play. This is the end of the days of Gmusic, guys. It is dying because Google's killing the API, and they may have just, I don't know if they've killed that API, but my music's not playing. So I'm guessing they killed it. Press play. I might have to finally switch to YouTube music. It's a sad day. Yeah, I think it's dead. All right, so on this branch, what was I doing? I did something. I added I went into here and I added this new handler into here. Let's just clean this crap up. That's where I was going to start. All right, so to do this, I'm going to jump over to System.Graphics. In here in the source, we have that targets file, right? I'm going to grab that because that does all of that magic of adding and removing the iOS.Android. Whatever. Now, you're not going to have to deal with that when we finally have .NET 6. But until then, we need this stuff. All right, so let's do that. Let's reveal in Finder. Do I have to get a file? Oh, no, there we go. All right, reveal in Finder. Here's Comet. Let's just go into the source, and we're just going to add that targets file here. So that way my copying and pasting is going to work. We're going to edit this puppy. I still have it up over here. Dun, dun, dun. All right, so now I'm doing both. Wait, did I already start converting this? I did. I already started. It's already that. Why didn't I finish? I know, I went on vacation. That's what happened. All right, so I'm missing that global though. And it's not going to work without the global.json. Maybe I'm not. Okay, add the global.json. So now we should be good. All right. Yeah, I can't NuGet restore without that thing. So that's taken care of. Now let's start merging stuff over from this other one. All right, so we're going to go add new folder. We'll add a handlers. Now inside of here, we'll do, I think I'm going to follow the style we were doing with Maui so far, to where we put all these things in their own folders because they're getting so big. This will take me a minute to do this quick refactor. And then we'll be on our way. All right, so handlers, let's add I don't even remember what they all are. There's too many of them. All right, we'll start with abstract control. All right, so we'll do inside of here, we're going to add a new folder, and we're going to do abstract handler. Then we'll do add new class .ios.cs. And now we can go grab all of this. And we can also change up this namespace stuff. The namespaces can be a lot better. Boom. Throw that in there. All right. I like it. I'm probably going to have to restart now that I've done this. I don't know if this restored properly. But I wasn't crazy. That did have... Oh, my targets aren't right though yet. So let's do... Let's add in the iOS so it actually builds iOS. Rebuild, restore, do your thing. Windows, close all. I have way too many open. All right, so let's close this. Once this is done restoring, I'm going to restart this solution because, yeah, it seems to be freaking out. Just a little. Okay, that restored. Let's actually just check the file, see if it's not freaking out anymore. It still is. Close solution. Since we're already this far along, let's just quit. All right, so let's go back into Comet. So sad I have no music. That day. All right, let's add some music on this other machine. Can do it. Okay, so now let's see if this thing builds. It should. And we're going to change the name or the namespace. Let's just see if it tries to build and gives us an error about not having some stuff, because that I'm okay with. My music is playing through the wrong audio. Dang it, can't do that because I don't want my stream to be muted. Oh well. I can do it on my other computer. Except Chrome will not open new tabs for me right now. I'm having so many technical difficulties today. All right. Let's see why that's building errors. Okay, cannot find UI kit. That means something's not right. Oh, anyone know what I forgot to do? I did not import that targets file. You guys are supposed to watch and tell me when I do stupid things. That's why I do this. All right. So let's go in here. Let's add to the bottom, import targets. So now that'll fix that. Why is my computer so slow? Can't even drag windows. All right, that's going. Music's playing way too loud in my ears. Okay, that's better. All right, so let's see if this builds better now. It still should error. I'd expect it to error because everything's not there for that. Building. I wonder if I need to restart now that I added that targets. I think that's the magic that's freaking things out. But hey, that looks like it's doing things. And we need to ditch the dependency on Visual Studio .threading. I like it, but it's an unnecessary dependency. It's a little odd. I do like that API a lot, though. Build, build, build. Hey, what's it? I didn't get any errors. I should have errors. There's no way that, oh, it's still building. Like, there's no way that built. I should have restarted my computer before live streaming. Windows Server, 100% of my CPU, and you can't do anything about that. All right. Hey, hey, hey. How is Link missing? Like, what? That's interesting. This I would expect to see. That's starting to work. You know what? It's time to restart it. I think it's freaking out from the targets. I wonder if it would be worth my time to convert G Music to YouTube Music. Or it's time just to give up on Google. All right, let's get this going. Let's see. UI kit. Why are you not showing up? You are there. I promise you're there. It's doing the targets. It's as if the target file is not working. That's what I'm going to check. Okay. This all needs cleaned up because we don't have that in any of our other ones. I wonder what happens if I delete that. All right, it's restoring. Right, I'm not crazy. We don't have all the, yeah. Simplify these things. All right. Why? Why you no work? All right, this should work though. What? I'm just now wondering what that looks like on the other ones. If I'm missing something crazy. I just noticed my camera's looking skippy. All right, let's try building this. Let's just see what it yells at. This is just weird. I'm just blown away. I'm not getting UI kit in there. And I'm not getting the proper selection right here to switch between. It's telling me I'm not using a new enough. Like, why is it defaulting down so low? All right, let's try that. This is painful. Why? Link exists there. Why do you hate me so? Something's really not working with this. I'm tempted to blow that CS project away and just start over. Yeah, that's just weird. Very weird. All right, let's try this. I don't know what to try next. It's like nothing exists. All right, this is what we're going to do. You are getting deleted. You are now comments. And now we can go into edit CS Proj and we'll rename you to comment. And I don't need this. All right, so let's delete all this font crap. I chose the wrong project. It's too big. It's too big. All right. Now that should cause it to freak out. And it's missing a NuGet package, so it's going to not work. Let's go grab the missing one. That's what we'll add back in. Oh, that one had some better stuff in it. We'll do that. Let's see what that does. Oh, well, then once this one's done, I still technically need that to Skia because my Skia ones are a hot mess too. These ones are simple, like there's nothing in those, but still work. All right, restore the package. Then let's build the package. Please build the package. Masking nicely. All right, I'm actually going to close the solution and let's restart Visual Studio since we just changed everything. And I don't know if there's anything crazy I'm missing in there. Oh, guys, I didn't convert it properly. Look, look, I'm an idiot. That's really what it comes down to. I just wasted how much time on me being stupid? That top line was changed this time. Why? All right, it'll do a lot better now. Nope, it was working right. It was just me being stupid. Hey, thanks for the follow. I don't know if I can pronounce your name. Micheki? Something like that? Sorry. I'm horrible at pronunciation. All right. Oh, man. Why do I keep doing that? All right. Hey, thanks for the follow, planner. All right, it's building. Yes! Only 17 errors. That I'm okay with. That I'm okay with. All right, now we've got some bitmap issues. Bringing in System.Graphics makes sense. Because now it's like, which one are you? What's in his bitmap? Is his bitmaps the same as ours? We did steal some of this stuff directly from Comet, just so you know. No, that's not going to be the same. Let's go look at what's in System.Graphics bitmap. All right. Bitmap context. Where's bitmap? What was that error? Oh, system.drawing bitmap. That's not going to be an issue the moment that's weird. Why am I just now getting that? Which version is this? .NET 2.1 or 2.0? Maybe it's when we upgraded. The newer one has bitmap added. And I don't think using equals. I don't think that'll work. It might. Only one way to find out. Hey, glad you like it. Hey, that did work. I've always had that freak out in the past. I like it. Yeah, working on some new fun stuff. Hopefully you like it. We're doing Comet with System.Graphics. Lots of fun stuff. Re-architecting it to be the .NET 6 style architecture today. We're in the future, guys. All right, that's the exceptions I was expecting to see. So now we can actually move crap over. All right, so I'm going to add a new folder. And there's some crap we can just move over. Okay, so now we're just going to keep moving stuff over. I'm going to try cutting to see if that works better. Looks like it's going to work. All right, so let's throw this into our iOS folder. And let's hope this works. Yes, I really want to move it. Yes. Where's the move all? All right. Now let's build this one. And it should work. Did that do something crazy to my solution? My computer's going so slow. Yeah, look at this. We're not putting any of that in there. All right. Now let's, oh, whoa, okay. Yeah, why did it add all that compile crap in there? I agree that's an issue. So this is how I fix these things, because this stuff happens all the time. All right, so let's just, if my computer will speed up. Oh, no, not Comet iOS. We want to do Comet. I've got to find it in this list. All right, this one. So what we're going to do is we're going to, yep, all that looks good. That all still looks good. I'm liking it. Why did my shift click not work? All right. And we will add in these folders. But I'm not going to add all this crap in there. Ugly, ugly. All right. So now I'm just going to commit this. And I'm just going to leave it as an empty commit because I don't care. Now I'm going to discard the changes on that. And now I'm just going to undo that last commit. So I wasn't ready to commit yet. So now my CS proj has been cleaned up without me having to manually edit it and bring back in what I wanted. Yeah, that's just the way I do those. I personally love editing them that way. Now, let's see what happens when I build. I'm so tempted to take a 5-minute break and restart this machine. Okay, what's it complaining about? Duplicate compiles, did that not? There is no compiles. It might be freaking out. Ah, there we go. It's freaking out now. That's what I expect. Okay, now it's fixed. It never reloaded it. This is so slow. All right. And that's why I don't commit that file for real, because I mess those up all the time. I know, I need an M1, but they don't have enough RAM. What's with 16 gigs of RAM? Like, I got 64 on this beast. How do I downgrade? Right? 64 on these guys? Yeah, 64. How do you downgrade to 16? And does Parallels work on that yet? Because I do run a Windows VM on here. All right, I think I'm going to restart this machine and refill my water. Luckily, I don't have to end this stream to do that because I'm using 2 machines. All right, this is too slow. Let's just do it. This is too painful. All right, we're going to switch screens so it doesn't freak out while I'm doing that. And I am still set up for sharing with John. And so John's back. Let me restart this machine. Oh, it's so funny. Poor John. Yes, restart now. Restart. It's trying. What'll be funny is if he just like Skypes back in and he just automatically pops back up. It's so funny. All right, come on, machine, restart. I need an M1. I just need more RAM than 16 gigs in my M1. Quit everything. I'm helping it restart by quitting everything because it's not able to do it quick enough. Come on. Almost everything's gone. You can reboot now. Oh, I have terminals open. Shut those down. Only thing left open is Finder. Guess I can help with that too. No, my Edge windows aren't closing. It'll reboot, I promise. I'm not going to step away to refill my water until I know it's rebooting. All right, Edge is preventing it from restarting. I'm going to force quit Edge. Finder is preventing it. We can relaunch Finder too. Okay, there's nothing left running on this machine. Please reboot. Because there's an iOS operation. There's no iOS operation. What's it trying to do? My iPhone syncing. How do I cancel the iPhone syncing? Stupid wireless sync. Stop it. What if I turn off my Wi-Fi? Bluetooth. It's not even syncing. It's waiting to start syncing. This is so horrible. I can't even restart it. Okay, I have force quit Finder, and it's still freaking out about an iOS sync. Guys, today is the day of technical difficulties. Eject my phone. Yes, I ejected my phone. We're good. That's what you do. Right click and eject your phone. And it's restarting. Yes. Yeah, I know. I'm about to press the physical button and hold it until it restarts. Not that I do that very often. It happens. I know. I should still be on vacation and my computer knows it. Probably mad at me because I haven't been using it since I've been on vacation. It has been set in the corner closed a lot. I have used my Windows machine. I have done some gaming. Cannot lie. I've been doing that. All right. It's rebooting. All right. I'm going to go refill my water while this thing reboots. And I will leave you here with contemplating John. He's looking intensely at something. Be right back.
If I'm not back in 5 minutes, just wait longer.
All right. I'm back. And so is John in spirit. All right, I'm going to now relaunch everything, which definitely takes a minute. Make sure everything's on the right screen. Almost there. That's loading. Hey, Chrome's working, or Edge is working better now too. All right, let's open up Moom, my little window manager thingy. Align my windows for me. Yay! It's working. All right, let's launch Keycaster. I guess I can go back to my screen now because it should be working now. Poor John, he's gone again. All right, so that's there. Let me that going. Okay. All right. I think I've got everything reopened and set back up. We'll see. Only one way to find out. Let's see if this thing builds now. Okay. Aha, we're getting somewhere. Much better. That was way the heck faster. All right. So we need to add some dependencies for the iOS one. So let's edit CS_proj. And what? I think it's just this is all we need. So I will just do it the easy way. Go to dependencies, iOS, manage NuGet packages. And we'll just add that in there. And then it should build. Only NuGet was faster. All right, I'm really excited to get these. I've been wanting to get these things collapsed down. I should have done this in a separate thing from the System.Graphics, because now I'm probably going to have to rip that out to get it into masters because the NuGet's not really ready yet. I'm using a local NuGet for this. Oh well, we'll figure it out. All right, so that's out. Yay, let's build again. I really like this whole just being able to do iOS. Here's this stuff, and it just works. I want to clean it up some more because there's some nicer things we can do. Like this UI is going to be like UI.iOS, UI.Android because they each have that same exact file. But we'll get there. We'll get there. And we need to get more handlers in here. We have one. That's all we need. The abstract. And really, I need to get this converted over to just using Maui so I don't even have handlers in Comet at all. At that point, I actually don't need all this work anyway. Because we don't have handlers. Oh well. All right. Right, and this thing's gonna freak out because none of the handlers are in there. Good, good, good. What do you mean that's missing? Did I not copy that over too? Well, we're probably up services. Haha. How'd I miss that? All right, so let's copy services to iOS. And again, I am pretty sure it's going to do that ugly crap to us again. Yeah. Yeah. Why? Why does it do that? All right, so we're going to commit, revert, uncommit. All right. You can reload, I promise. I didn't mess it up, did I? No, it's good. All right, so we've got that. From handlers, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move all of these over in one bulk move since they're all iOS. And then we'll quickly just rename them all to .ios. Let's just do that. Once it's done thinking. Let's just delete that for right now. We're just going to, and I'm just going to copy and paste that. Slack messages. John's done, I think. John might be coming back. We can finish those Skia issues. No, oops. Rename this. I probably should not have done all this just to add in the graphics. Ah. He has 20 minutes, but then he has some Skia stuff he wants to talk about. Let's just call him. Oh, did I freeze? Skype froze my camera because it does that every time. But John is back. Yay, you're moving again. I'm not.
You are locked up.
Let me fix me. So if I go to here, turn on and off my background removal, it should refresh my camera. Come on. All right. So John, we're on your screen right now, if you're sharing, or if we just wanted to talk.
Am I sharing? I think that's my old screen right before I left.
Oh, it could be.
Right. But I just wanted to talk because I was thinking about your reorganization of the projects while I was out. I'm not sure this is going to work in that.
Let's hear it.
System.Graphics Skia, so it has the core stuff in it, which is going to work everywhere. And then we have the views, which work great for iOS, Android, Mac, Windows, but it doesn't work for like ASP.NET Core, and there is no system Skia views that we can take a dependency on for .NET Core.
Nope. So what we still can do is we can have all of that in the core. The nice thing is all of the platform specific stuff just won't be built in there. And we'll just have to do, just like we did for Windows, we'll have like a system.graphics.skia.asp.net. If it needs specific ASP.NET code.
No, it needs the core. So
correct. It can still reference the core. The core just won't include.
No. The thing is, for ASP.NET, there is no systems. There's no Skia sharp.views that we'd want to take a dependency on. There are no views.
Okay.
So it's because essentially what it is can we have a conditional NuGet dependency? So only for the iOS, Android, Mac, for the desktop platforms builds do we end up with that dependency?
Yep, absolutely.
Work? Okay, I've never done these project types. I didn't know if it's going to work.
Doesn't matter. Totally fine. We'll just have that dependency only on the iOS and Android ones for the .views thing. So it's totally work just fine. And Mac, yeah, exactly. Those that need it, it'll work. So no problem.
No problem at all then.
Okay.
That was it.
Oh, man.
I did commit. I did get Skia working, so it's scaling correctly and drawing correctly. So that is in and committed. But it's not. I haven't yet moved the canvas view into the new project. So I started to do this and then thought of this problem.
No, it's not going to be a problem. I promise. We'll do it right. It'll only add the dependencies per project type. So it won't add it for the .NET or for the .NET standard types. It'll only do it for iOS, Android, Mac, Windows, and all those. So
All right,
totally not an issue.
I'm doing this now, so I loaded it up, and I see now that there are on every dependency for every platform. I do get the choice of what are my NuGet dependencies.
Oh, you're not sharing. I just went to your screen because I thought you were sharing, but you're not.
I can share.
He doesn't like to share, guys. Stingy like that. Has meetings scheduled during our scheduled hack time.
Hey, some of us have to work. We can't go on vacation for a month.
Hey, vacation days, use them or lose them. And I haven't used them this year, so.
I haven't used them either. So hopefully the next week or week after, I will be on vacation for the rest of the year myself.
There you go. All right.
Can we talk to somebody and get adding NuGet packages faster? I'm about ready just to jump into the
I was
CS
just complaining about that like right before you joined back. I was complaining about it too.
Night in TouchDraw, where I have a project where I have TouchDraw for Mac, TouchDraw for iOS, TouchDraw for Android, TouchDraw for Windows, all in one giant solution. I basically say update your restored packages and walk away for 10 minutes.
Yeah, I was literally just complaining about that. So funny. All right, so go back to both screens. And I am purely working in solutions. So I'm just going to slide that over. I can scroll that, can't I? Nope. Thought I could. There we go. Zoom the solutions up. All right, because that's what I'm working on. I, for some crazy reason, decided to convert Comet to this style, which I'm now regretting that because it's just time that it takes, and it's not going to be needed long term. Because long term, it's not going to have platform specific code in it because we're going to use Maui handlers. Let's keep going on that. Name. I could have just done an iOS inside of there. That probably would have been a lot faster. Or done iOS, then handlers in there, and then later merged. Why didn't I do that? All right, I'm going to delete this. That's just what I'm going to do, guys. We are going to go easy. This is why source control is amazing. Now I can just go to Git, and we are going to undo all of that crap I just did. Handlers. Discard. Yep, discard it all. Bring it all back. Why is it not adding all those? All right, it's all right. We will now go to iOS and we will do a new folder. Since, like I said, this doesn't matter. I don't know why I'm wasting time on this. It's all going to go away anyway. We're not even going to use these handlers and crap. I don't know why. I'm doing it, so we're going to do it. All right, Reveal and Finder. So now we'll take all of these handlers. We're just going to do this the lazy way, as we can. They're the right way. Move them all.
What are you doing?
Converting Comet to the .NET 6 style because I like pain. Like, I realized after I started, there's absolutely no point in doing it because it's all just going to go away the moment we have Maui. I'm just going to use the Maui renderers or handlers. So we won't even need to use this fancy style for Comet. It might need a little, but not much. All right, so let's try building that now.
All right, there we go.
Hey.
There's the Skia now using the Mac Skia graphics view that's in
Now
the.
switch. See if we clear the canvas. Hey! Canvas clearing. So much better.
Oh, I got a. There's a few bugs. I know these samples enough to know that I've got a few things to fix, but we're close. I can have it all done by today.
That's awesome. And you guys saw how simple that was to switch between Skia and yeah. Inside of Comet or Maui, it'll be as simple as just saying like opt into Skia. You'll just have like one line Skia init, and then it'll be all Skia, which is pretty sweet.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So where was I at? Okay, hey, that built. That's awesome. All right, I'm gonna delete this. Delete from disk. Yes, we don't want you anymore. Now let's see if we can run an iOS sample. That's the real question. Run, run, run. Oh, I should, while I'm waiting on that, I can fix my... Hey, that's even doing the right size now. Still.
All right, so I do have one more call coming up, and then I'm going to go. I'll try to get the iOS and Android and Windows versions of the Skia views in there.
All right, and we already have the native Android one in there, right? We have native Android. What native views are we missing?
Yeah, so we have native. Yeah, we have native Android, native iOS, native Mac. And so we have got Skia for Mac in there. Skia for iOS will be a 5-minute ad, and Skia for Android will be a 5-minute ad.
So of all of the native-ish platforms, we'll have everything at that point. Okay, I know about this error. This is my own issue. This has nothing to do with the iOS not working. This is me trying to do fancy stuff. Me trying to fix hot reload, really. Okay. I forgot I was in a broken state. Now I did this based on this canvas handler? No, that wasn't it. I knew, what crap, which is broken? All right. I totally forgot we were in a broken state. All right, so what I can do to fix that is I can just go, we will go download Comet Master. I think I can fix this. Oh, crap. So the hot reload's been semi-broken ever since I had the app model in, and I'm kind of wishing I never merged that pull request. Now, it does show a deep-rooted thing we've talked about a few times I need to fix, but oh well. So we'll get a lot simpler the moment I don't have to do with all the renderers. All right, so iOS. We actually will have a few renderers now that I think about it, though, or handlers. All right, so now where is iOS folder? Oh, there it is. Handlers. Now let's see what it does. All right, so that's building. Let's run this again. Oh, and you have them in the new one now. Nice. Just checking in, looking at your screen. Yeah, this isn't too bad. It's a little small, but it's not too bad. Your font could be a tad bit bigger.
Yeah, I had made it smaller when I was offline. All right, so now iOS should be added. I haven't tested it, but it should work.
Okay, I've got my comment. Oh, the body handler. That's the problem. I had the body handler. And if I remove the body handler for now, I think it'll all work. I
Do we
forgot I
still
did
have
that.
do we still have the finger paint code that I wrote originally for Comet in there?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Because it would be nice to do that on top of this everywhere.
Yes, it's in here. Okay, something really weird's happening. Because this handler's never set up, it's saying. And how in the world is it using it? Let's clean everything. Clean the world. Yes, there is inside a comment, and I have it here inside the samples. There is oh, see, I had the System.Graphics sample. Isn't that nice? Look at
Yes.
that. All right. But you did have the touch drawing. Maybe it's under Skia. Yeah, you did it for Skia. It's one of the Skia finger paints. Like I said, I need to convert all the Skia stuff over to that, and that's what I'm hopefully going to get to. So when you were off, I was also talking rectangles. Right now we're using, and then also colors. I'm pretty sure the System.Graphics color. Hey, yes, John, we are trying to make this public. That's the whole point of all this. We're getting it ready to make it public. So we're working on it.
Give us a week and we'll get it public.
All right. So what? Oh, right. When you were off talking about rectangles, colors, stuff like that, because System.Graphics has rectangles, we're probably just going to use that. We should switch over to using that. This is going to be an interesting when we start talking Maui. And I don't know, we might have to. I don't want to have a dependency on Xamarin Forms. Maybe we can do something to where our API matches the existence. I don't know. That's going to be the hard part.
I mean, my main goal is to have no dependency on system.drawing anywhere.
Right.
And have it sort of so that maybe at some point in that future that could even be deprecated and gone.
But the biggest issue that I was talking about, though, is colors. Like right now, we're going to have to fight that with Comet. I probably need to kill all Comet colors and switch it all to be System.Graphics.
Yeah, I think that would make sense.
I'll do that. I'm just going to remove all System.Drawing and we'll point it to the System.Graphics equivalents. The biggest thing is if we get once we get this open sourced and if we can get proper approval to do this, we should hopefully then, during the Maui name change stuff, convert Maui to use this as well and ditch the Xamarin Forms rectangles and things like that if we can. And maybe we have to add things to make it more API compatible, make sure we have the right extensions and all of that, but I think we can get away with that.
Yeah, well, and they should be pretty close because these implementations came from the Xamarin Forms implementations.
There we go. So it shouldn't be hard. It's just, yeah. We've got to figure that out.
Time for me to go to my next conference call. It was good chatting again.
All right. I'm going to keep going on this. See ya. There we go. Ditch John. He's gone. And I didn't keep him around this time. All right. So where are we at on this? Let me see. Okay, I was rebuilding because it made no sense that that was failing. I know, John's so busy. Especially this time of year. We're all supposed to be on vacation. Vacations for everyone. He does luckily have a set scheduled time every Tuesday during this time where him and I work on this type of stuff. Come on. Where is this view getting added from? Right. Okay. Found it. Let's comment this stuff out. I forgot. So I'm working on a new thing for hot reload, making it to where we can hot reload anything super efficient. And I had this new concept of has content. So it knows if you're in a hot reload. Yeah, I was working on that and it's not done yet. Let's remove it. Now I see nothing. Nothing. What did I do? All right, I totally broke something. Okay, so let's go find this iOS extensions from that dev. Oh, did I put that in there? Extensions. I just want to see if this has that in there too. No, it doesn't have it. Okay, so we're gonna go grab the old one from here. And let's just copy and paste this puppy, and let's revert. Oh, now my... So why can't we? Technically, we can. The moment we start using system.drawing, we're going to have more conflicts of things that don't work or don't make sense. We could use system.drawing. The problem with their colors is they're missing stuff and their colors aren't all right. Okay. What did I do? It might be possible. It really might, John. We might be able to use system.drawing everything. Yeah, it is technically possible. And maybe that's what we need to do. It's nice having the power over those controls. I mean, over those primitives. The problem is system.drawing has more than just that in it. It has bitmap, it has other things, and those bitmap things don't work per platform. You know what I mean? There's just a few primitives we need out of there. And some of the other primitives and stuff, like any other bitmap classes, are in system.drawing, and you can't use any of them. And now they're in the same namespace we just brought in. So we brought in, yeah. I ran into the name clash stuff already while I was doing this. Oh, why is this view empty? What's my sample look like? Sample, iOS. All right, makes a new sample app. Yeah, we can look at it. It's something we can look at. It just... What is broken? Sweet. I'm working in a broken branch. All this code I'm doing is not going to work anyway because it's all broken. I broke it all. All right, I'm going to switch to dev. Okay. Dang it. Undo. Let's actually commit that stuff. Let's go to dev. Fetch. Make sure. Let's see if it's working. If dev's broken, I'm... Yeah, we can look at it. Right now, Comet is using system.graphics for, I mean, system.drawing for everything but colors. And we could probably even change colors over to it. If we're talking about compatibility, there's a lot of colors and stuff that are missing, but there's an easy way to fix that. One is instead of having color dot whatever, we haven't broken out here, public partial class, you just do this as colors. Then it's colors dot black, colors dot navy, and then we can build all of the missing colors people are used to having in Comet and, or I mean, sorry, not in Comet, but in Forms. So we can do that. It is a API change because it just is. but we can extend color that way, add in the missing colors or forms colors or whatever we want. But yes, we can look into bringing in system.drawing for just the colors. I thought there was a couple other conflicts that exist in there. Like I said, the bitmap's a big one because now bitmap's in that namespace and it's absolutely useless to us outside of Windows. All right, so let's see if this runs. Still there. Well, I'm not using the SDK extras. Let's just close it. It's freaking out from that reset. Come on. My computer has been doing better since I restarted, though. And behaving. This is not. Oh, right. GitHub discussions. I should enable that. Let's enable it on comment. Optional. Customize the content below. Oh, I have to fill stuff out? Oh, no, this is just our new discussion. Okay. I'm going to delete the comments. Or will it not be there? Oh, that's nice. I did not realize they let you comment code out in Markdown. That's amazing. All right, I'm just going to do it as is. Because why not? Did you guys watch the keynote? It was great. I really enjoyed the keynote. The GitHub keynote, that is, today. All right, let's see if this builds now. And then we'll just add System.Graphics to this. And we're going to ditch this big refactor right now because what's the point? We were doing System.Graphics. My favorite part of the keynote was Nat making a sandwich. If you weren't paying attention, you should go watch it again. And was it when he was doing discussions? I'm trying to remember what he was discussing then. I was distracted by the sandwich making because it was hilarious. And then the funnier part was it was a turkey sandwich, which he wouldn't eat. So I found that funny too. I missed the bunny slippers. I was listening to it. I must not have been watching that part. Hey, it's working again. Dev's working. It's just my weird branch is broken. All right, I feel better. So let's bring System.Graphics into here. And then we'll grab code from that other place. All right, so I'm going to push that branch up. That'll make it easier to work on. I totally missed that. I'm going to have to watch that again. All right, comment. Let's go to the System.Graphics branch. I also like how he took that time to show how fast he can type. Here, let me write this paragraph in like half a second. And that was not faked. He really can type that fast. It's impressive. All right. So let's... Wait, what? I switched branches, right? No, I switched back. Yes, that's exactly right, Amy. So there was always a running joke at Xamarin. If you could type faster than Nat, you would become the new CEO. And we would have entire company type racing challenges And the only time someone ever beat Nat was when they took the time to write a bot instead. So they wrote a bot that then typed for them, and then that won. But it was the only time anyone ever beat him. So I guess technically the bot should have been CEO. All right. All right, System.Graphics is added in. We're going to go add it to iOS. Why are you unavailable? Why? And you're not going to let me edit because you're unavailable. You are available. All right, so let's go add this in here. I should have done it with the return, but I didn't. All right, so we've got that in there. Now we can go over and also steal more stuff from this branch. I wanted to go into controls, I think is where it was. Was it canvas? Yeah, we added in a canvas. All right, so let's go add this control in here. So at this point, we will do, and I think I'm going to completely remove the Skia dependency. We're going to go crazy, guys. We're going to remove the Skia dependency. We don't need it. All right, canvas. And that's going to take a little bit of work to actually ditch that. Oops, raw. All right, so now we've got that canvas. Now, a couple more things we need to do before this will work. We need to go into iOS and go snag that handler, then connect that handler. I'm blind, I don't see iOS. Right, because in this branch I merged them. Like there's no iOS. It's gone. It's gone. All right, so now there's a canvas handler in here. See how quickly I can forget what I was just doing. All right, so, and let's move this guy way the heck over here now that John's gone. All right, so that's there. Yay, we're happy for you. Thank you. All right, let's go into UI and register it. I don't know why I have no IntelliSense here. You little jerk. Where'd you go? All right, so we're going to close the solution again. Is anyone keeping track? We should have like a little bot that keeps track of how many times I restart Visual Studio or reload the solution. No, I added you. You should be there. Didn't I call it Canvas Handler? Did I spell it wrong? I spelled it differently. How did I spell it? I don't know how I spelled it differently. It's working now. I don't know. It's happy. All right, so now that we have that, we can go into samples and we can add in a right in here. This is where we're gonna do it. So now I'm just gonna go copy and paste the other one because I'm lazy. So sample, oh, I'm not, okay, I'm on graphics. Sample, samples. Inside of here, I added a new one. I was gonna go through and add them all. That's why I put this in its own folder. I was like, let's just go add all the ones from before. So, oops. What you doing? Oh. All right, so let's add a new folder. System.Graphics. And let's go add in the Canvas sample. Dang it, I did not mean to put a slash in that file. That's funny, it let me do that. Now we'll just copy this. All right. So this is that same exact drawing code. I copied and pasted this from that other sample. I did. And now we can go into our main page. And we're just going to do canvas. Let's run this puppy. Now we should have System.Graphics in here. Now, I haven't done a lot of work yet. I just added the NuGet. And wait, what? Duplicate compile in samples. Oh, I know. It has to do with this thing. I bet. Not that. I want to... Let's edit the CS proj. No? Yes. See? This thing's so stupid. So dumb. Don't do that to me. I know what I want. Not that. Because of that rename, and it added in there twice. And you are available. Don't lie. All right, so now let's run this, and we should have the canvas. All right, so let's try the canvas. We have a box with a line through it. Beautiful. What more do we need? Nothing. Nothing. What's the point of adding anything else? What else could we want? All right. However, this version is, I don't know, do we have touches on here? I don't know if this has the touch views, the stuff that, let's go check what John, I haven't pulled down his code. Let's go to System.Graphics. Ooh, what all was I doing here? I'm going to discard all this, I think. And we're going to pull down everything from John. All right, everything's in the new project. So I just wonder, let's open up a new instance. Now, if you ever do new instance, I ran into this the other day. You can't right click on this new instance and say like from there, you have to pick from the window or else it's going to close your original one out. It's really annoying. All right, and I'm probably going to need to build a new view if we're going to use these. But let's go, I think what's in there should be fine. Let's go check on the iOS one and see if there's any of the touches. If we haven't added touches, we're going to need to do that because all of the Skia stuff does have touches in Comet because you always need touches. Excuse me. All right, so let's look at iOS and let's look at the native graphics view. Nothing on touches. Ain't got nothing. All right, so we're going to want to bring over some of the stuff from Comet into System.Graphics. So in Comet, in our Skia stuff, our Skia view has all this fanciness. And so we're going to move all this fanciness. So we're going to put that all in a shared view. But what I need is on each platform, like on iOS, we have iOS Skia view, right? What it does, oops. Somewhere in here, hey, this is what we're looking at. We have all this stuff. All of this fancy stuff. Ooh. Forgot about all that stuff. All right, let's do everything except the text. All right, so actually we can probably just go to here. Now, if we go to the other project we had open, oh, and his is spaces. I need to just fix that at some point. So instead of virtual view, we're going to add in iGraphics renderer. We have that. We're going to want to add another one that's for the, actually. So this has all that on there. Where does this live? Because we need an interaction, right? And this is going to iGraphics. There's also the iCanvas. No, that's different. We needed the iGraphics stuff we're just looking at. If I can find it. All right. I wish you could just be like, show me this in my left side. Like switching between these. Why doesn't it update my sidebar? Okay, graphics.core. Oh, this is in core graphics. That's not what I want. Maybe it is the canvas I'm looking for. All right, so if we go into iOS, graphics view, it's the iDrawable I was looking for. All right, so it's the iDrawable. So we also need iInteractable or something. And if the drawable is interactable, we'll pass this stuff on. Is that a good name? iInteractable? I hate the double I there. Oh well. What are we calling those points? Oh well. Because inside of here, we have all the touches. And it also does it for the mouse and all that too. We're just going with it. iInteractable. Okay. Interface. And now we're going to need to add some interface stuff to this. Let's go to Comet and see what's on. We have a Skia view. And whatever we have on Skia view. This is what we call it. We call it a control delegate. All right, but it had the start interaction, hover, drag, all that fun stuff. This is the stuff we need for the yeah. All right, so now let's go put this in here. All right, so now what we can do is inside these rendering views. Which one's this? This iOS? Oh, that's forms. We don't want forms. We want System.Graphics.iOS, and we want the native graphics view. All right, so now down here, here we go. So one of the beautiful things we can do about this, we can even do if it responds to this stuff. I'm getting slacked. Who's slacking me? Oh, totally different stuff. That John was coming back. I was like, hey. All right, so what we can do here, there's some really, really, really cool things we can do in iOS. Because right now it's just overriding touches begins, right? We don't always want to do that. We don't. So what we can do is we can what we can do is I'll just do it because he does it. I hate the private keyword too. I want this guy. Are you freaking kidding me? Oh, I didn't give it a name. Ah. All right, so now what we can do is we'll do a couple things, right? Because draw, we always want draw. Responds to selector. This thing is awesome. No, I want the override one because you can call base. Oh no, we can do it anyway. This one. All right. So now we can say if all these touches ones, right? So that way this thing will never, ever, ever be called if interactable. So we need a list of these things. I think the best way to do this. All right, switch, switch, select that name. Case, we'll do that could be wrong actually. So we'll say if interactable is not equal to null, because we don't want to switch through those names coming in for touches began and all those. Let me put some curly braces here. I think I can get this working. All right. And all right. That's what we're going to do. Now we can fill all these out for each of these. And I don't think those are right. I actually think if we go to this declaration, let's go to, they're not going to show me what does that. Okay. I need the exact selector, and I don't think that's right. Better than. Oh, yes. The iOS interface. I agree. Sorry. Lost track of chat for a minute there. Now, I shouldn't even have to do this null check, because if I do this thing right, this method will never, ever, ever, ever get called if it's not interactable. But we're going to do it anyway. All right. And then I guess we missed end interaction and points contained. All right. So let's go over to Comet and grab out some of those. All right, so what's the API in this? I know it returns a Boolean. It just takes in those viewpoints, which is... My dog's barking! And there's no one at the door. She's just being ridiculous. Hey! Guess there is someone at the front door. They just didn't park in a circle. Hold on one second, guys. I gotta see what's going on.
If I'm not back in 5 minutes, just wait longer.
My dog is the worst doorbell. She doesn't notice people unless she physically sees them, and she can hear. She's not deaf or anything. But like the doorbell can ring and she's silent until she looks and sees someone, then she goes nuts. And if someone walks down our road, which happens a lot, then she barks. Just because it's our road and no one else's. All right. So let's do this end interaction. I'm going to go to the iOS view to snag those. All right. So we had this thing, right? Let's go to, where's that taking me? Did I do that wrong? Oh, no, I'm doing it automatically on that. Point is inside. Where am I doing that at? I'm confusing myself. Go back to this other one. All right. Do we... Okay, that's on touches moved. Let's go to touches moved. Let's go copy this over to our iInteractable. Hey, end interactions. Oh, I think only my control does that. Just trying to think what that does. Yeah, we're just going to do that. And we're going to do the whole points inside thing elsewhere. That if the view is contained is really, really useful. And it's what you actually want. Maybe we'll do it because that's what you really want. You want to know if the point, when it ends, if it's actually inside. It changes everything. Okay. So let's just go add this stuff. All right. And then we'll also do... And what did we call it? All right. So now... Oh, did I messed it up. How did I mess that up? Why would I mess that up? Oh, we also have a Boolean if touch is enabled. No, yeah, okay. How did I lose my iInteractable? Let's just go here. Okay. What did I lose? End interactions there. Start interaction. All right, so we added that in. And then drag. That's moved, isn't it? Do I not have that in there? All right, we'll add the drag in. Why not? Actually, I think I can just do the refactor and add it in. Add spaces in because this is a bass thing. All right, it's a new song. Let's mix it up. All right. All right, so now this should build. And if that built, what we're going to do is be super lazy. Not that I'm ever super lazy. All right. I don't want to build a whole NuGet because it's easier to do that on Windows because it'll build up. Actually, I can just do it on here, but I don't care. I'd have to update versions. But what I can do, and I can never remember this path, so I'm going to teach you my little tricks on how I do this. If I go to this one, and I just do like, hey, reveal, show me this in Finder, right? I go to the bin folder, this thing, or the object folder. Now inside of one of these NuGet caches, and I think it's this one, it'll show you where it actually gets those NuGets from. Hold on one sec, my wife's calling.
If I'm not back in 5 minutes, just wait longer.
All right, that was my wife telling me that I have other obligations aside from just live streaming today. So what I'm going to do is let's just first quickly finish this little trick I was talking about. So since I want to just manually edit that NuGet myself, I just go to terminal, open this folder. Yes. Oh, I'm missing a forward slash. Now that's going to open that folder. I can now go into packages. And I can go down to System.Graphics. It's somewhere in here. This folder is okay to clear out once in a while, guys, and you probably should, because you can see how ridiculous this thing gets. All right. Now I can go into here. And I can snag these System.Graphics DLLs. Find the right one. Oh, I'm in the samples. Source. No, that's comment. That totally lied to me. All right. Nope. This one. Reveal in Finder. I should automate this thing. It would be so useful. All right. So now inside of System.Graphics, just go to the bin, go to debug. I can just now, you'll notice these folders match. Maybe they don't. Dang it, they don't match. They're supposed to. Okay, replace the ones that do. And then we're going to ditch the iOS. We'll do those ones manually. Oh, this still has the core in it. We don't need the core. The core's old. The core's dead. All right, and this one has the same. So we just need, come on, I said to delete you. Now this one just needs these two. Check it out. I just updated, so now if I clean, I should be able to go over to my canvas, my interactable, and check it out. We now get all the interactable stuff. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, so now that we have those, we're in good shape. I can now work on doing some of the draw interaction stuff on like the other stuff, because now we get the interactions through here. All right, I'm going to do a new branch and commit this stuff. We don't have the System.Graphics stuff up yet, so I can't quite give that to you yet. But hey, we're getting somewhere. We're making changes. Over the next week or two, though, we should be able to get this next week. I think that's what he said. By next week, we'll have this public. So you guys can play with this, and we'd love feedback. Tell me what you dang it. I was trying to pause my music, but it's playing in a browser, and so it opens up iTunes. Tell us what you think. Give us feedback on this API and what you're seeing and where we're going with it. If there's things you want, let us know. We're designing this from scratch, from the beginning. I forgot I was still in an X-Wing. I should have turned that off since it's blocking my view. But thanks, guys. I've got to go. I've got other things to do. Vacation's hard. So much to do. All right, thanks, and I will definitely be back probably next Tuesday. John's got this time blocked off, so definitely next Tuesday, and maybe some other times in between. I have some other projects I have to build. I have to build some point-of-sale stuff for my wife, and printers, and Zebra tag printers, and scanners. So I might live stream while I'm working on some of that stuff too. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.